Hey there everybody, Phil here for AndroidCentral.com. We are here in San Diego with the Pantech Pocket. So this is the new different little phone. I call it little because it's little, it's thin, it's actually very light, but the screen is huge. So you have a 4-inch diagonal screen, but it's a different resolution than you're used to. 600 by 800, normally you'll see 480 by 800 these days. Really gives it a different look and feel. Let's go over the hardware real quick. You got your 4 buttons down here on the bottom, menu, home, back, and search, and they're physical buttons, and they have a nice little click to them, not bad. Flip it over, you've got a textured back. It actually feels really good. It's almost rubbery, it's soft touch, right? So if you love soft touch, you have it here. 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, 5 megapixel camera, 5 megapixel on the back, power button, kind of a cool little design on the power button, little red dot. Don't mistake that for video recording. You got your volume rocker on the left and micro USB on the right. The battery cover comes off, it's nice and thin, and 1650 milliamp hour inside. But here's kind of the business end. I mean, this thing is all about the screen. So here's the browser, and you see our site loads up quickly enough. And coincidentally, we have our Pantech Pocket announcement, so we have the specs right here in front of us. It will support up to 32 gigabyte micro SD card, 2.5 gigabytes of internal storage, and then about 600 megs for loading programs. Weighs just 4.66 ounces, and really can't, express that enough. It really does feel nice and light in the hand, so it could be a tad wide for you, but I really am digging the form factor. It's something different, and that's something we haven't seen enough of. The user interface is a little different as well, so you've got this really cool skinned bar down at the bottom for phone, text messaging, browser, and then your apps. A lot of the usual apps that you'd expect from AT&T are on here, of course. The other thing Pantech is pushing is navigation, so obviously Google Maps will look really nice on a screen this size. Really no problem seeing anything at all. Let's see what else we're dealing with. Dive into the settings. And about, and indeed we are dealing with Android 2.3.4, so that is important that we have the latest version. You've got memory usage in there as well, that's kind of nice to see. So about 512 of RAM, and then it actually has 48 megabytes left over, so it's moving along quite nicely, really no complaints. Look at the storage again, so it does have an SD card in there, a nice big one, and we've got a little bit of internal storage left over. As far as personalizing it, so it does have themes, and that's something not every phone does these days, right? So active social workplace favorites, and you can save them to your liking. And you can also change the wallpaper, of course, per normal. Home screens are done up rather nicely, so you get a couple to play with on your own. We've got a Facebook widget, a Twitter widget, forecast weather, Google search, notifications, a whole bunch more icons, AT&T's featured apps. We've seen that on other phones as well. So really a nice little list there. Here's your notification bar, so you got some quick settings up top. Love seeing that. Love it when people do that. So you can turn Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and GPS and your alarm and your sound off and on. Ooh, especially the alarm. I like that because I hate having to dig into the settings for the alarm at 5 in the morning when I've forgotten to turn it off. So there you go. There's a very quick look at the Pantech Pocket on AT&T. See you later.